Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is July 25th. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Christmas in July is almost over. So sorry I didn't come back with updates yesterday. I did do some stitching, so I had things to share, but while eating dinner, which was I made chicken tacos, I spilled salsa all the way down my dress, and I just changed into a nightgown, and I did not feel like changing into something more camera appropriate to do a final update. So yeah, I didn't. So I did a lot of video editing yesterday. I also made a lot of progress on projects. So I finished the washcloth and I wove in the ends. And that's what that looks like. On the crochet ripple blanket, I finished the last stripe in this color. I did the intermediary color, and then I've started the first row in the purple color, which is the night bus, color number 4. Then, then I did 400 stitches, so 200 on 2 different projects. So I did 200 on Lantern Lane. It's probably difficult to tell what I did, but basically there's 2 rows on each side of the window. Oh, you can see over here the tail bit. So I did that, 200 stitches worth. And then on Quaker Christmas 2, I did from E all the way to the end of Faithful. And that was also 200 stitches. Like, maybe 202 to be exact. It ended really like right there. The next project I'll be working on, because I'm trying to work on those Uno calls, is called the Burrow Snow Globe, and that's what that looks like. And here is where I am at on it. So the whole snow globe fits in an 8x8 Q-snap, so you get a kind of idea of the size of the project. So, yep. I think right now on the Uno board, I think it's Uno board, it's not a board. Let me look at my Uno list here. Yeah, it's 100 stitches on it, and then I go back to Quaker Christmas for 300. So that's what I will be doing. Today is continuing working on the Unos. I do still need to edit, is it just yesterday's? I guess just yesterday's vlog. I guess I'm kind of caught up. Anyways, the other thing I wanted to share is that the WIPGO board calls were made, and it was numbers 18 and 24. So I'm going to share what those are, excuse me, on all of my WIPGO boards. So I pulled everything out, and it's here to share. So on the I'm on the wrong page. On the Christmas WIPGO board, it was Merry and Bright from Frosted Pumpkin. And here is where I am at on that. So I'm supposed to do 1,000 stitches. That would be pretty significant progress. I am using the called for fabric, and did I leave the little taggy thing on? I did. This is Crystal Quartz 28 Cashel from Picture This Plus. And I have the whole bottom half of the fabric left over. So, use it for ornaments or another small skinny project or something. I really need to make like a scrap box where all of my little pieces can go, so that if I am making an ornament or something small like that, I have something to pull from, because I really hate cutting up my bigger fabrics for those kind of things. The other one that was called was also a frosted pumpkin, and that is the ornament collection from them, the Snow Globe Club. And so this is the one I'm currently working on. Isn't that guy so cute? I really love all of them in this collection. So this one is with a little fox. Let me see if I printed out any more than that. This one is a penguin. And let me see if I have the fourth one. There was only 4. Yeah, and this one is like a bear. They are just all so cute. I love them so much. I bought the kit, so it came with the perforated paper and the threads. And so, oh, I'd also bought this floss organizer, I guess it's called. I figured the colors were all different enough that I would be able to tell them apart without having the numbers on them. And let me share my progress on the one I have started. And that is so here's where it's at. I've been thinking that if I had done them this way, I could have actually probably fit 2 on a sheet. I'm gonna count it out for the next one, but yeah. I mean, it's not really a big deal. So yeah, I'm really excited to work on this one again, because I do think the series is so cute. Okay, so on the regular cross stitch WIPGO board, the 2 that were called were actually not project specific, but more design specific, designer specific. So one is Brooks Books Princesses, the dress up princesses. I have 3 started. I don't know which one I'll pick to work on. But so this one is Snow White. I don't have a ton done on her. And again, the goal with the cross stitch pieces is 1,000 stitches. This one is Aurora. And I have, again, barely anything started on her. I need to even try to remember which way this goes. I think like that, but I will need to review. So the one that I will probably end up working on, because it has the most progress so far, is Cinderella. And even then, the most progress is not a ton of progress. I'm pretty sure it goes like this though. So 1,000 stitches on whichever one I end up working on is gonna be significant progress. I'm probably gonna work on Cinderella because I have the majority of the extras for it, the metallics and all that. And so that will probably just be the easiest one to go with for starting. The other cross stitch project that was called was the Cottages of the Month series. So I mentioned yesterday that I needed to finish August. When I was looking in my thing though, my bag, turns out I had finished August already. Let me pull that out. Yeah, here it is. So here is what the completed August Cottage of the Month looks like. So I need to FFO it, but at least it doesn't still need to be stitched. Focus. Okay, so that's August. So one thing I'm considering is, even though it's not technically a Cottage of the Month, I might do the seasonal celebration, the summer one. That's what it looks like. I only do the top half and then I finish it same size as the Cottage of the Month, and my plan is to use these in the library. So I may do my 1,000 stitches on this one. But I thought I'd go over the other ones as well, so that I have left to still complete. So this is the June. That's what it'll look like when it's done. And here is where I'm at. So basically I just have left, I have some of this tree left. So I have some of this tree left, and then the top and the bottom border, but then June will be done. However, I might take that off the Q-snap because the next one that I'll need done for displaying in school, oops, I put August on the wrong side. Oh, here's a look at the autumn one to show you. This one is complete, but so yeah, I only do the top half. So far I have winter and autumn done. I don't think I've started, okay, I have a little bit started spring. I have not started summer at all. Okay, so that was autumn's completed. Let me just pull these out. So here is where I'm at on July. So still a lot to do on July. This is the next one I'm gonna push to finish, and that is September's. So here's where I'm at on September. Here's what it will look like when done. So I still have that tree and the top and bottom borders. And I also have December's that needs to be done. And this one has barely anything. That's all I have done on December's. So a lot to do on December. This is what it will look like when done, and I love it. It's beautiful. So let me see. This one is May and it's finished. This is November and it's finished. I'm trying to figure out where October's is. I'm pretty sure it's finished though, but I need to figure out what I did with it. So looks like four more cottages and then I will be done, plus 2 more of the celebration seasonal celebration cottages. So I'm guessing that October's is in my place where I shove the very few finishes that I have. But that area is a little bit buried right now. So I will have to find that later. But anyway, so that was, not October. That was the cottage of the month. So next we will go to the WIPGO calls for my knitting, which is the first one was mini sock bunting. So this is a design from Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. This was her September 2021 Platinum Patreon supporter pattern. And so it's like, so you could put your little advent treats on it. She even included a template to make a blocker. I haven't done that and I don't know that I will, because I think they look fine unblocked. So I'll show you the ones that I have done. I am using an advent calendar that I purchased from someone who is destashing on Etsy. And I bought this years ago. But so I have 6 completed so far. I am doing all the heels in this contrast color. So here's one. Here's another. They all have this hanging loop that's incorporated into the pattern. The dog's got a hold of this one, so there's a little bit of snagging and fraying. I don't think that that's really showing. Oh, there you can see it. Anyways, a nice pale greeny color. Nice pale blue. And so there's 4 different, come on, focus, 4 different patterns. And then this is the last one that I have completed so far. I would love to get the rest of them done so that I can hang them up as part of my decorations for this upcoming season. Don't know that it will happen, but you know, you can always hope. And I've got all the yarn in this bag. This is actually the person who sent me the advent sent it in this bag, so that was really nice that she included that. And then she had wound them all into balls already and stuck their name in it, so that's how I've left them. And I mean, she resold it for a really, really good price. I think it was maybe $80 for a 20-gram advent. I don't know. It was a good price. And then with the leftovers, I've been making this scarf. And it's striping of 2 colors. And I really like how it looks. I might do this for another advent. I don't know how it would look with a more like wild one, but I like how it's looking so far in this particular advent. I'm gonna stick these ones in here too. The other knitting one that was called is my Jane Austen cowl. This was a 12-day advent. And I am doing a pattern that is called 12 Days of Knitting. I really enjoy this one, but it is a lot of work and concentration because each days is heavily patterned. So this was day 1. Day 2. Day 3. Day 4. And this was day 5, the last one that I worked on. So I think it's going to be really nice when it's done. But I still have 7 more days to add, so I need to really work on that. The 2 crochet ones that were called are both in my Little Favorites by Rhea yarn, the club I used to do from Germany, I mean years and years ago. So this one is called Ocean Lovers, this colorway. And the pattern is called the Lydia shawl. Let me try to... I honestly will have to look at the pattern again because I have no clue how it goes, but it's beautiful. It's already very large and there's so much more cake to go. So 10 hours progress in this should be some decent amount of progress. The other one is called the Bella Vita shawl. I also have no clue how that pattern is going because it's been so long. This is what the cake looks like. It's got a glitter thread in it. And this was the December 2017 club cake. So it's been a while since I was doing that club. At the time, it was $25 a month, and I believe that included shipping from Germany. So it was a really good price. And so this is clearly a more involved pattern. I just don't remember anything about it at all. So I will have to spend some time figuring it out again. So those are my crafting WIPGO boards. The 2 reading boards that I have on the BBC Reading Challenge. This was a list of 100 books that you should read in your life, according to BBC from many years ago. And so this month was Count of Monte Cristo and Gone with the Wind. So 2 chunksters. I mean, both are over 1,000 pages, so big chunksters. On the Taylor Swift's 2023 Reading Challenge bingo board, it was, so these are all based off of titles of songs of hers. So the first one is called Question, and it needs to have a question in the title. The other one is 7, and it needs to have a number in the title. So I haven't determined books for either of those, but the question one will probably be harder, but I don't think either of them will be too terribly difficult. So I really want to make some progress on my reading boards because the BBC one has 0 books marked off as being read, and the Taylor Swift one has 3. I think if I go through it, I could probably fit in a couple more because I just haven't been keeping up. Like, I think I've read, I think I've read a long story, which needs to be over 500 pages. I don't know. Have I read a main character getting over a breakup? Maybe not. Recommended by a friend? I don't know. But I need to just start, like, picking books with these these requirements, and just doing it specifically for that, so that I can get some of this checked off. But anyways, so yeah, that is my WIPGO board draw preview, I guess. And I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. I am going to edit yesterday's video while trying to finish another row or two on this. And then I think I'm going to go back to doing some stitching. I need to refresh the laundry. So I'll and eat lunch. So I'll probably do that as well. But I will come back hopefully again today. I haven't opened today's advents yet. Also tomorrow, well, the rest of the week is going to be fairly busy because tomorrow we have to go to the official opening of the new elementary school. For those who don't follow my regular videos, which are not very regular, my husband got elected to our local school board in November, and they were building a new elementary school, which this new school year will be the first year that it's opened. So we have to go to that. I don't particularly want to go because I applied for the library technician position there, and it would have been fine to have just been rejected. However, the way it went down, I found was really unprofessional. So first of all, I applied, like, sent in my application. They put up, like, the application times for like 2 weeks. So I applied 2 days before the listing expired, and apparently I was like the only one who applied, or maybe only one other person. Anyways, so without really letting us know, they extended the opening for well over a month. I mean, with no communication at all. Then I get an email saying, this is your, I get it on like a Monday or Tuesday, I don't know, and say, your interview is this time on Friday. Like, no, can you make this work or anything? And Friday was normally my least busy day, but the time they assigned me was during one of my only classes that I had scheduled for the day. And so I just emailed, and I was like I responded immediately and was like, thank you for getting back to me. I do have a class scheduled for at that time. Is there any way that even an hour later, like, we could schedule it for even an hour later? And they respond back, all interview times have been assigned, blah, blah, blah. Like, basically, we can't accommodate, which was fine. I asked the principal of my school, like, she knew I applied for the position, and I asked her, well, I told her, I said, you know, I finally heard back, and this is the time. Can I take off from this time to this time to go do this? And she was like, yeah, of course. And so so I did, and I went, and I thought that it went really well. Actually, to be completely honest, I thought I thought I got it. I thought I nailed that interview. And at the end, they were like, we hope to make a decision really soon. We'll let you know. And I was like, okay. So then I leave and I wait, and it's been like a week, and an email goes out district-wide about the position being reposted, the opening. And it was like, I didn't get a call, I didn't get an email, I didn't get anything saying, sorry, you didn't get the position, or you're not what we're looking for at this moment, or anything like that. None of that. And it's like, I get that you don't have time to contact everybody who applies for a position to say, sorry, no thanks. But I feel when you interview a person, you should at least send a canned email saying, sorry, we've decided to go in a different direction. Like, I feel like that is just basic common courtesy, and I am low-key pretty salty about this. I have zero interest to go to that school and be there. I have to see this principal that rejected me every single board meeting, because I go to the board meetings to support my husband, and I have to see him. And I hate it, but I still, like, I keep it cordial. I say hi and everything like that. I just don't want to see the school. I had such high hopes. I really thought I had nailed that interview. I really did, which is kind of funny because, so I've interviewed for 3 library tech positions. The first one was for the school that's right next to our house. Like, we can hear their bells and everything within walking distance. And that was another one I thought I nailed that interview. I thought I'd received some pretty positive feedback during the interview, but I didn't get that job. The school I work at right now, which I love. I love the principal. I love the teachers. I love the students. The reason I applied for the other school is because it was a brand new school, and it's also in the neighborhood that we're hoping to move to. And so it would have been really close. And again, probably within walking distance. And so, also, you know, I still hold on to the hope of having kids. And so it would have been the school that my own kids would have gone to. And I thought it would have been really cool to work in the same school that my children attended. But nevertheless, I didn't get it. But so the school I'm currently at, which again, principal is so supportive and fantastic. I love her. I think she's great. When I told her I was applying for the other school, I literally broke down crying in her office because it was such a difficult decision, which is why I had waited over a week to do it, to apply, because it was such a difficult decision to leave this place that I really do love. But so it was a lose-lose, win-win, whichever way. And if I had just been rejected, like the other school, the first school I applied to, I got an email telling me I didn't get it. And that was fine. I can look at that school, walk past it, and it's fine. It's just the way that this went down, I found, and I still believe, is very unprofessional. And so people keep saying that I probably dodged a bullet. Possibly. It's still just disappointing, and I don't really want to go, but I will be going. And then after that, I have an eye doctor appointment. So we'll take you along for that. On Thursday, I am picking up a rental car, and then I'm hoping to go into the library at the school I do work at and begin setting up. On the weekend, I'm driving down to Fresno. Sorry. sorry. On the weekend, I'm driving down to Fresno. My parents got me and my sister tickets for Les Mis. And so we are going to be going to that. And then I will be coming home. So that's what's in the forecast for the next few days. A lot of busy stuff. So I want to take it a little bit more easy today. I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm just struggling with sleep. So yeah, okay, this has been really long and rambly. So I will catch up with you guys again. Oh wait, one more thing about yesterday. Did I mention I was binge watching Sister Wives? Jeez Louise. You know how in Facebook Reels you watch one video and then they like spam you with everything related to that for the next month or more? I watched one video on the Sister Wives on a reel. Because when the show was first coming out, I watched the first few seasons. I'm not really into reality TV, but I find the concept of polygamy very interesting. I could for sure never do it. I am extremely jealous by nature. Like, I do not share. I do not play well with others, you could say. I could never do polygamy. I am, however, a big believer in people being able to do what they want. You live your life. Do what you want. You do you. Let me do me. And so I don't believe that polygamy should be illegal as long as no one innocent or underage is getting harmed. Like, I do not think child brides are right at all. I do not believe in abusing the welfare system through polygamy like some sects do. S-E-C-T. Sects. And I do not believe in coercing women or anything like that. However, if you are consenting adults and you enter into this into your own free will, I believe it's no one else's business. If you pay your taxes, you do right by society, I don't think it's anyone's business what you're doing. So yeah, I just find the whole concept of polygamy interesting because it is so mystifying. But anyway, so I remember when watching the first few seasons, I loved Janelle and Christine. I thought they were the best two wives, for sure. That's wives number 2 and 3. At the start of season 1, he has decided to marry wife number 4, Robin. And in the beginning, everyone's like, oh, she's so sweet and everything. I've hated her from the beginning. And rewatching season 1 yesterday just confirmed that I really can't stand her. And it's not just like after knowledge of what happened. She is constantly crying. And I think that she used that as a manipulation tactic. Before they married Robin, they had been a family unit, the 3 of them, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, for 16 years. For 16 years, they functioned and had a system and raised kids. They had 13 kids. And then along comes Robin, and everything falls apart. Cody only has time and attention and desire for his new pretty wife. And so I really do believe that that was the beginning of the breakdown of their marriage, or marriages. Now all 3 have left Cody. And watching him is like watching the first few seasons though, and then watching clips from current, he is completely a different person. He is not at all who he was in the beginning. And I really do think that, well, he's just awful. I have nothing good to say about Cody. And I think Robin is almost just as bad. She feeds off of it, or she builds it up. She'll say things like, you know, we've needed to have this discussion for months. Well, Robin, you could have initiated the conversation. Or, you know, when you could have encouraged Cody to work on his relationships with the other wives. You can't be like, my dreams are falling apart. She's very her-centric, like completely her-centric. And Cody is a narcissist. Like, he's just... But anyways, so I've been watching that. It has not been a great use of my time. And it also caused me to stitch slower because I was staring at the screen for too long. But yeah, so that's what I was doing yesterday while crafting. Okay, I'm gonna go now. This is gonna be such a long video, so I apologize for that, but I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.